there, beautiful beings. Welcome to my sacred space. My name is Raven, and thank you so much for being here. This is going to be my deck review and full flip through of Everyday Witch Tarot by Elizabeth Alba. Oh, this is by Deborah Blake, but the artwork is by Elizabeth Alba. So this is a typical Llewellyn deck. Just want to give you a quick look of the box. Came in with this magnetic side flap over here. It's common in Llewellyn decks. I think it's really cute. At the top, you just have the title of the product. So there. If you're here just for the flip through, I'm going to put a timestamp in the description box below so you can jump to that part. Otherwise, if you want to stick around and discuss the box, the guidebook and the cards with me, then we'll do it right now. So I already showed you the box. Like I said, it's your typical or your common Llewellyn box, and I think it's really nice. It's very, very sturdy, and I do love the magnetic side flap over here. And when you open it up, it has this really cute it's a dwarf's star design and kind of like I don't know, recycled paper, I guess, but that's just the design. And then you would also have this cute paw prints there, because later when we're having a look at the cards, you would see that a cat would almost always be present in the card or in the artwork. But I do understand, because this is the Everyday Witch deck, and you know how black cats are usually associated with witches, so I think that stems from that ideology. But anyway, I'm just gonna pull this guidebook out so you can have a look at how thick that is. Isn't that just a huge chunk of information just waiting for you? So I'm pretty sure that this is an awesome deck for beginners. To be honest, I haven't really had a chance to have a look at the whole guidebook because I have been focusing on my readings, like I said, because that's the reason why I started this channel. And I do have a lot of backlogs for decks that I haven't really done reviews of, but those can wait. But today I just wanted to show some appreciation for the Everyday Witch Tarot. So there. So this is Deborah Blake, and that is Elizabeth Alba. I keep in my mind it would always say Jessica Alba, but of course that's Honey. And so yeah, this is very pretty. You can see it's colored all throughout, and it's very nice. Plus, I mentioned this during the unboxing, but if you can see the sides or the edge, it's cute because the colors kind of like got translated over there. And I love how the writing is kind of like very conversational as well. So you have sample images, here's the introduction. So yeah, this is perfect for beginners and for, of course, experts. So I guess this deck is something that could be a staple in any tarot reader's collection, because it's really cute once you have a look at the cards. I'm pretty sure you have, or well, if you're interested and this is your first time seeing the cards, I'm pretty sure you will fall in love with it. So here, like how to use the deck, how to do a reading. So again, perfect for beginners because you have everything's laid out here, so it's very informative as well. And then let me see if I missed something that's important. Oh, do I have to be psychic to read the tarot? Very important. No, not really, but of course, if you're blessed with, if you're gifted, then that comes handy for sure. But yeah, there you go. Some tarot extras. 3 spells for use with the tarot. So these are kind of like how I say it. It's my ritual on how to kind of like introduce my energy to the cards. That's what I do. So that's kind of like explained here. They call it the consecration of the cards. Here, cleansing of used cards. So how you clear your deck. So it all depends on you if you kind of like use sage or whatever. So yeah, and then a spell for good reading is kind of like your invocation, or I don't know, maybe because I do meditate before I read, so that's kind of like my way to connect with my guides and ask for guidance so that I would have like an accurate and good reading. So here it automatically jumps to the card descriptions. So we're starting off with the major arcana. So you have the Fool. So here's the photo of the Fool, or at least the representation of the card. It's actually bigger than the actual card. It's very nice. I love the design. They really made an effort to make it look friendly, kind of like a storybook feel to it, but of course, this is about the tarot, so I don't know, they kind of like kept it fun. So that's one word that's perfect to describe this guidebook. So that's how it looks like, all the way to the end. And I love how they have like the Empress, abundance, nurturing, and female power. So that would be your keywords, right? So it's easy for you to understand. And then over here, you would have notes so that you can write like like in your own words, how would you describe an Empress? Or is there a person that kind of like reminds you of the Empress, because that's one way to kind of like easily memorize your cards, especially in the court cards. You can always do that. And then, yeah, so like I said earlier, they would use keywords, but in others, they would have like sentences or phrases that would actually, allude to the character of the emperor. Or, and here you have like quote, so lead and others will follow. The sacred is everywhere for the Hierophant. And then all you need is love, Beatles. So yeah, so you would have that. And then let's move on forward to the minors. Okay, so for the minors, it's amazing that you would still have the same number of pages, or at least effort put into the description, the image, and of course, you would still have the notes part. Actually, you can also write here. Another thing about this guidebook is it does have like a nice paper. So it's kind of like the glossy paper. So if you write on it using a ball pen, then it will not it will not bleed. But if you use perhaps like maybe a sign pen or a fountain pen, it will if I'm guessing it will run or transfer on the other side. However, since it's not the absorbent paper, it will not seep through it, so that's a good thing. So just maybe try somewhere else in the book where you can test out your writing, so you will not make a mess, I guess. And towards at the end, you would have the spreads. So they did provide spreads here. So we have the 1-card spread, the 3-card spread, the Celtic cross, and you have the sample of the Celtic cross here. So there you go. And then let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, that's it. And then you have the conclusion. So that is the guidebook. If you would ask me, I think out of all of the Llewellyn decks that I have the Vivid Journey, I have Spellcaster's Tarot, I have the Gilded Tarot Royale, and I have Mermaid Tarot, and this one. I think out of all of my Llewellyn decks, this would have like the best guidebook for me. I think it's just very easy to understand and very conversational. The Vivid Journey Tarot is also very conversational, but that kind of like revolves around colors more, it focuses on colors more. I'm quite disappointed with the guidebook of the Gilded Tarot Royale. Mermaid Tarot is also nice. Spellcaster is also very hefty, but that one also includes spells and whatnots. That's why it's kind of like thicker. But this is a really, really, really good deck. So if you're a beginner and you're trying to delve or dip your toes into tarot, I would highly, highly recommend this deck as a beginner deck or a first deck for you. So I'm gonna pull out the cards. So like I said, it came in this typical or Llewellyn box. So the presentation or the production is the same. The packaging, you would have this really nice ribbon over here that you can use to pull out the cards, and I think that's very, very clever. So you won't have to kind of like do that all the time. So yeah, you would just have to pull out the cards. And I do keep my decks in the boxes, so I'm very particular with the packaging. So long as it's easy to handle or easy to stow away, then I would gravitate towards buying that deck. So before I give you the flip through, I just want to give you one thing. This is just one thing that I'm kind of like concerned with Llewellyn decks, is it is slippery. It's very, very slippery, and some people would say that is a good thing, I guess. But sometimes it's hard to kind of like keep track because it flies. It's good when you shuffle. It's good. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the cardstock. It is glossy. It's not hyper gloss, so you would still have some angles if you're using the cards for a reading and would use like a ring light or any form of light. Then if you shift the angle, it will not have a glare. So it depends on how you play it. So it's not super gloss. Okay, so at least you have that. Um, it is very sturdy. I like it. It snaps back. It is. I feel like it's coated or laminated. Yeah, it's a very good cardstock. I have no problems about it. Let's shuffle it. Just want to show you how it shuffles. Whoopsie. Okay. I do like my Llewellyn decks because they are perfect for my hands. Like I said, I do have small hands, and yeah, I mean the other decks would be. Let me just pull one. Hang on, because the other decks would be too big for my hands. So this is kind of like the perfect size for me. My OG is this one. My OG is actually not that big in terms of height against the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. However, that has a thicker GSM, so it has a thicker cardstock, and although I'm able to kind of like reach them using or kind of like hold them like this, it is very thick, so my fingers, they're gonna fall off. So this is kind of like the best size for me. Or I mean, if it is like the regular tarot size, as long as it's not this, as long as it's not super thick, then I wouldn't have a problem shuffling it. So people with small hands, this Llewellyn, I would recommend Llewellyn decks aside from the mini or the tin decks that I have. This is also a good deck. I have recommended Llewellyn decks to other people who commented on my channel about them having small hands too. So yeah, this is a good find. So in the back of the card, you would have this rich blue, kind of like midnight blue on the sides, and then this pretty stars scattered around it, along with a black cat, the witch's hat, and a broom. So if you would have anything that would kind of like spell out witches, this would be it. And I do adore this one. It's so cute. I love it. It is not reversible though. Yeah, but I think when you're shuffling, I don't even notice it. But yeah, that's how it looks like. Gonna start now with the flip through. I'm gonna put on some music, and we'll be starting off with the Seven of Wands. Alright, so I'm done with the flip through of the fun cards of Everyday Witch Tarot. I hope you had a good look at the images. If I was a little bit too fast, I apologize. I would recommend that you try to use the settings, the playback settings. I think you can, maybe lower it to maybe 75 if I was a little too fast, or you can pause the video. I wasn't thinking, I was just flipping. Anyway, I hope you saw that, what I was saying earlier, that almost all of the cards would have cats in them, and I think it's really cute. This card is kind of like the most painful card in the deck, along with this one, and you can see they don't depict blood or actual pain. Even if this person is kind of like, it's already the 10 of swords, but she's still alive. And this card also, it would usually like depict a big heart with the swords plunged or piercing the heart, which kind of like shows, pain. But this one, it's a little bit, I don't know, it's cute in a way. What's that? Maybe that's a box of chocolate in a heart-shaped box. Yeah, plus the cats, I think, add cuteness to the deck or through the cards. And I love the colors. I love how it reminds me of like comics, or like having a look at animation or cartoons. I love the images. I do love it. It's simple. It's the colors are vibrant. I forgot to mention that this is an RWS inspired deck, or it is based off of the Rider-Waite-Smith system. So you would have the same images or depiction for each of the cards. If you noticed earlier, like Four of Cups, there you go. But of course, the artist added their own flair to it. I love the Moon card. Look at that. Isn't it so cute? So yeah, I enjoy this deck. I should use it more often. It's look at that. The cat is like comforting her, and that's just adorable. Death card's not even that creepy. It is a little bit, a teeny tiny bit creepy because of the face, just white, but yeah, not entirely. So, I think this is a good deck that you can gift to, I don't know, like your niece, your nephew, or your daughters, your sons, or children in general, because like I said, it doesn't depict blood. It's not that gory. It's not violent. Even the tower, there's no people like falling down head first with fire, or burning with fire or them and all of that. So, yeah, this is a really nice deck. Even the Five of Swords, like, they're not fighting at all. So there's no violence in this deck. I'm happy to report that. And like I said, even the Devil card, look at that, offering money and ice cream. So cute, so innocent. But of course, this is a really, really gorgeous deck. It's I haven't really done a lot of readings with this one to really explain the energy it gives off, but so far so good. I'm getting a lot of, at least the readings that I've done with this one are pretty accurate. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. This is kind of like, this one has a different feel to it. You would see that most of the cards would have bright images, but that one's a little bit sepia. So yeah, there you go. That is the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake and artwork by Elizabeth Alba. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous deck. Let me know what you think. Do you have this deck? Do you want to get it? Do you have questions? If you do have questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I would love to respond to you. And that's it. Take care, guys, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye!